I am Manon from Squeaky Loops, and welcome back to my channel where we like anything related to crochet and knitting. If that sounds good to you, let's get cozy. Before starting to talk about what's gonna happen in the video, I just wanted to mention a little bit what happened because there was no video 2 weeks ago. A lot of things. First I got sick, so I couldn't like film anything, and then one of my friends was home, so I wouldn't film anything, and after that some stuff happened in my personal life, and I, for whatever reason, have started to feel pain in my left hand. I'm left-handed, I crochet and I knit left-handed, so I haven't been able to craft at all for a week now. So you know, it has been hard to find the motivation to do anything. Since I cannot do much, I decided to make a little video about a few of my favorite spring patterns, or like spring related, spring themed. As usual, it will be a mix of crochet, so amigurumi and like other kinds of crochet, as well as some knitting. It will be divided by category, so if you're only interested in one, there will be like some timestamps in the video if you want to skip to the part that interests you the most. I have to say that I'm still a bit unsure. Like, I really enjoy, as I said multiple times, making amigurumi, making other kind of crochet, like crochet wearables, and also knitting, and I didn't know if I needed to make like separate videos or like just mix it together, and I decided to mix it together for this one. Let me know what you think about it, if you'd rather have like more of amigurumi patterns and then just have it as one video, or more knitting pattern and having it as only one video as well. So I have a total of 20 patterns to show you today, and yeah, as I said, it's a mix of a lot of different things, so amigurumi, wearables, and some knitting projects as well. The first category we're gonna jump into is amigurumi, and I will scoop from now on so you can have a picture of what I'm talking about at all times. The first pattern I really want to mention, I saw it a few months ago actually on Instagram when the designer was making the tester call for it. I didn't have the time to apply, so I didn't, but I really still want to make one of them. It is these fairy critters. It is a bunny, and I don't know if it's a fox or a deer. I wouldn't make the bunny anyways. I feel like it's super cute. It gives like Sylvanian families, and I feel like the whole like outfit you can make for it sounds really spring to me. Also, it's a bunny, and I don't know, in my head, spring bunnies, like I don't celebrate Easter, but I think unconsciously I still associate it with Easter, so bunnies. Super duper cute. The designer is a Crochet Art Shop on Etsy, and the retail price at the time I'm speaking, I only took notes for Danish kronas, which, you know, only Denmark uses, so I should have taken notes about like how much it is in euros. So you will have the little price in euros here, but what I can say for now is it is 52.85 kronas, and you can find it on Etsy. It's a mix of like flower related stuff and like bunny themed, and it's what makes me think of spring, okay? Next pattern is the Cuddly Bunny Monster by Cuddly Monsters by Moon, and it is on the pricier side. It is 115.61 kronas at the time I'm filming this video, and look at it. First, it is a pretty big make, so only that could justify the price, but it's just like the whimsy of it all. I swear, it is so cute, and I would definitely make it using Alice Softy Plus, because honestly, just the fluff of it, and I don't know, I just love it. Like, you can put some little flower appliques on it. Honestly, I'm just so obsessed. From all the amigurumis I have in this list, I think this one may be the priority in my mind. I just love it. This designer also has like a huge Nessie, like cuddly Nessie that you can have, and I think also a goose, and probably some others, but these are the ones that come to mind as of right now. Next pattern is Nyam the Fawn. Here you can see it, by Sweet Fluffy Stitches. It is not the first time I mentioned this designer, as they're also the ones who designed Bianca the Mouse, which was in my 2026 craft plan list. And And the pattern retails for 55.85 kronas. It is just super cute, like the little crown of flowers. Love it. Also, I don't know, fawn makes me think of spring. I don't even know if it's at that time that, you know, fawn are born, but you know, super cute, love it. Just makes me think of spring, and that's why it made the list. The next pattern I want to mention is more like a collection of patterns. It is by Crafted for Comfort, and it is their Botanical Beast collection, so I will just pop all of them here. There's quite a few of them, and you have like a lily, a sunflower, I think, cherry blossom, a bluebell, and some others. I don't remember exactly, but you have them all here. And oh, of course, all the links are in the description if you are interested. The Botanical Beasts pattern are all separate. I just like them. It's like dragons, but as flowers. And yeah, in my fantasy world, that's the kind of dragons I would like to have. So yeah, they're all separate patterns, and they all cost between 4.5 and 4.8 British pounds, which is this in euros. Honestly, just love them. They have a lot of details. I think most of them use wire as well. So this would be like a larger make for sure, like maybe a bit more challenging than some of the other patterns I'm mentioning here for amigurumis. I think the one I'm the most obsessed with might be the lily one. If it's the correct one in my mind, it's just like 3 heads. The next pattern I want to mention is from a designer that I mentioned quite a lot on this channel as well, and it is by Nooks Hooks, and it is the No So Chubby Spring Bunnies. They're so cute, like I swear, the little overalls avec the little this is French. The little bunnies with their overalls and the little hats, and yeah, no, I love them. Super cute. It is No So. You have a lot of variations that you can make as well, with like little motifs on the overalls, with or without a hat, and etc. And this pattern retails for 58.59 kronas, and yeah, super cute. Probably a pretty fast make as well. I haven't made them yet, but honestly, I will. Super cute. Love it. The next pattern is also a bunny, and it is Benny the Curious Bunny by Boulette et Compagnie, and it retails for 6 euros. It is so cute. I feel like there are a lot of bunny patterns, but not a lot have that kind of position. Like, it's just like a bunny on all 4. Like, you know, it's not a standing bunny. It is not just like a plushy bunny, like with a long body. It is kind of a more realistic shaped bunny. I really like it. It is super cute. I really like Clarissa's work in general. I haven't had the chance to make a pattern from her. I think Benny is my favorite. But also I'm just like, I love rodents, okay? I'm a rodent girly. Also, even though technically bunnies are not really rodents, they're logomorph, if I remember correctly. Logomorph? I digress. We have 2 patterns left for amigurumis, and the first one is a bundle, which is the Easter frogs bundles. They also exist as separate patterns, but I decided to just put the bundle here. This pattern, or these pattern, are from Alpaca Patterns. It is also not the first time I mentioned this designer. The bundle retails for 82.28 kronas. And as I said, you can also find them in separate patterns if you'd prefer, if you only want to make one of them. They're super cute, like, I'm obsessed. I know she has some spring themed frogs as well, but I felt like the Easter ones were the one reminded me of spring the most, because I think, if I remember correctly, in the spring one, there is a frog with a mushroom, which I tend to associate, and I think a lot of people do, with fall. So that's why I chose to mention the Easter frogs, but she also has like a spring bundle as well. And the last pattern is actually, once again, a bundle, and it is 5-in-1 silly vegetables, and they're No So. It is from Crochet by Janine, and it retails for 68.35 kronas. And they're so cute, like all these chubby little vegetables. I think my favorite has to be, I don't know, the little cabbage. But maybe it's just the color she used. Now, I think my favorite is the little cabbage. It's so chubby. Oh, I can't. Cuteness overload. So that is it for the amigurumi section. I tried to find patterns from designers that I've not mentioned before and I miserably failed. I was trying to find stuff on Instagram that I could find were different, and I don't know why my algorithm is not showing me anything at the moment. I think I might have screwed my algorithm, and I couldn't find much more than the patterns I already knew were like a thing. Also, I'm pretty early in the season of making spring idea pattern rounded, whatever you want to call it. I saw a lot of new patterns that will be coming out soon because the tester calls are being posted right now, but it is not out yet. So if you'd like to maybe know what these patterns are, I would encourage you to come and find me over on Instagram, as I will definitely share them in my stories when they are released. I have absolutely no time, and once again, hand is a bit in pain, so I have no opportunity to pattern test right now. I would really like to get back to pattern testing soon. I would also like to maybe this year make my first pattern test for a knitting pattern. So, you know, we'll see. We're gonna enter the second category of the video, and it is just crochet in general. All of them are actually wearables or accessories, but one of them, and I'm gonna mention it first, is actually a tapestry. And I've never made crochet tapestry before, so honestly, that might be an idea very soon, and I might turn it into a video. I am obsessed with the cute animal crochet tapestry by the Crochet Painter, which retails for 43.98 kronas, and the duck with the little flower on top. It is a yes. And I don't care when I get better, but when I do, I so need to make it. We really want ducks when we have a house. I love the little mouse with the big sunflower as well. But yeah, my favorite has to be the little duck with the flower on top. So that's probably gonna be the one I make. The next pattern is the Maud Lewis Yellow Bird Sweater by Grace's Handmade Shop. It retails for 60.41 kronas, and how cute, like the little birds on the tree, like on the branches. And I feel like the sweater in the picture in the listing is like amazing, with like the light blue being kind of the sky. I feel like it fits so well. It is super cute, and honestly, it really feels just like art piece when you look at it. And I know it's, it's super cute. I am less into crochet sweaters and cardigans now. I made two, and I was like vortex into the knitting wearable part of the world. And I still do really like some tops and like skirts or dresses in crochet, but less for sweaters and cardigans now. But if I had to crochet one sweater, it would be that one for sure. The next pattern is the Audit top by Moon Bailey's Crochet, and it retails for 95.85 kronas. Sorry, can we talk about it? Like, it is so feminine, it is so elegant, and in the picture on the listing, like this very cute lavender and white, the combination is amazing, love it. I'm so obsessed with it. It could go with anything, almost everything I think, but I still want to make it too. I have no time, and I have no hand to make it right now. Super cute, super feminine, super elegant. I like the little bow you can add as well. Now, for all my whimsy, like forest loving girlies, this skirt is the Melia skirt by Whimsy Row. It was just released like a few weeks ago, I think, or like maybe not even. It is amazing, and it retails for 53 kronas. The details with the little like leaves, and like it's like strings of leaves. Oh, it is amazing. I love it, and honestly, it looks so good. I love it. I would probably make it like mid-length, like a little bit longer than the one on the listing, but I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. And the next pattern, you've heard about it already, and it is the Daisy Days dress by Savannah Stitches, which retails for $10.63 US. I have nothing else to add. It was and it's still in my list of things I want to make in 2026. So yeah, if you want to hear more about it, I would refer you to my 2026 knitting and crochet plans. The next two patterns are the last ones for the crochet part, and they're both bags. So like firstly, just as a general concept, some granny square bags with flowers on it. I haven't listed any patterns for that because it is just super easy to find on like over the internet for different kinds of flowers inside your granny squares, or like different kind of shapes for the bag itself. So I will not list anything specific for this in the description, but just as a general concept, a granny square bag with flowers, it's pretty easy to make if you're a beginner, and also I feel like it's pretty quick. If you color change a lot, it will take you a lot of time to weave in the ends, but I feel like it's super cute. I will probably make one this year. Not sure when, because I really want to buy a sewing machine so I can like make bags and actually like line them. And honestly, I don't want to get into this adventure if I have to hand sew it. So yeah, we'll see if I get to make one this year. I have made one daisy one and one sunflower one in the past, so who knows? I'll have to think about it. And finally, the last pattern for the crochet section is, it's actually two patterns, but I didn't know which one to choose, and I love them both. And it is the Whimsy and the Rêverie bag from Granny Jing, and they retail from 10 Great British pounds. And they're so cute. I love the Whimsy. I love the different, like, you can customize it like almost endlessly. And she also has some add-ons that you can buy for patterns for like pear and apples and blueberry granny squares that you can put in your little bag. And I love, yeah, I just love how customizable it is to actually make these. And I don't know, is some of them, you could make them look more like fall thingy if you want to make them with mushrooms. I know that on her website, one of the examples she shows, it's with mushrooms and it's like very like a brown color, but you can also have it like very like spring themed with like more pastel-y colors with like butterflies or like some fruits. I just love it. I really love Granny Jing's work. Finally, our last category is the knitting. So the first pattern I will mention, I will be very fast about it because once again, I have mentioned it in my plans for 2026 video, and it is a tulip scarf. So it is basically a mini scarf, but it has this very like dainty tulip pattern on it, and I find it super cute. I feel like it's a little detail that elevates the mini scarf, because as I said before, I was not really convinced about mini scarves, and I just wanted to make one for the sake of making one. So I was about to jump on the Sophie scarf trend, but then I saw this one and yeah, I'm going for this one for sure. Oh yeah, tulip scarf by Manmi Choi, and it is retailing for $6.5 US at the time of the video. Super cute. And I feel like it's a pretty fast make, so if you're late to make some spring themed clothes, well, this is a very fast one. Speaking of accessories, I also love this little strawberry pouch bag charm, which is from Alexandra, and I'm so sorry for my pronunciation of this last name, Soloviak, and it retails for 3.75 Great British pounds, and it is just super cute. Like, I know, it's just cute, and you like the little beads that are on it. Love it. Very cute. The last accessory, I mean, it's a piece of clothing, but the last smaller make I have to mention in the knitting section is Spring the Valley Comes Alive socks by Oakwood Knits, and it retails for $7.50 US. It is the infamous, I don't know if it's infamous, but it has been living in my mind rent-free for months. It is from the Stardew Valley sock collection from Oakwood Knits, and you can also buy the bundle with all the different seasons. So yeah, spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And they're super cute, super detailed. I just love Stardew Valley, so of course, I am obsessed with these socks. I just love the color work on it and how detailed they are, even though they're just quote unquote socks. Yeah, just love it. I'm obsessed. I really want to get to do some color work knitting because it's kind of missing from what I've learned. I mean, I haven't learned a lot, you know, but I think it's the next thing I really want to tackle. The last two patterns are sweaters. The first one is actually a free pattern from Drops Design, and it is called the Spring Messenger sweater. I didn't know this pattern and I found it yesterday and I thought it was super cute, so I decided to put it here. And it is a pattern that it is, I mean, the yarn recommended is some cotton yarns, and I thought it would be interesting to mention a pattern that recommends cotton yarn because, you know, like some springs are pretty warm depending on where you live, so I feel like it could be a nice way of having something long sleeve but not too warm because it's cotton. I do have to say that I don't have the best experience knitting with cotton. I mean, I did knit with cotton once, and it is actually what I'm wearing. Not my favorite thing in the world, since there is like no elasticity and no like structure, so it's very like falling. And for this top I was following a pattern that said that you could like have a v-neck as long as you would like to have, so I did it bigger than what was being done on the pattern, and it turns out that it is like super like loose fitted and I can kind of lose my top. So yeah, I'm not the best. I don't like it that much, but also I like the texture of cotton on my skin, especially when it starts to get warmer. So, but yeah, nonetheless, super cute. Lastly, I love it, and it's from one of my favorite knitting content creator, and it is the It's Finally Spring sweater by Luna Knits and Dreams, and it retails for 7.99 euros. It is so cute. I love, like, you can make it, like, you can have any color you want, and it's colorful, it's fun. And you can also make it less colorful if you're like me and you don't like a lot of colors. I've been working on that, by the way. And you can just have it like with 2 colors for like one for the flower, one for the stripes or something. So yeah, I really love it. I feel like it wouldn't be too complicated to do with color work if I want to start with that. That is it for some of my favorite patterns. I guess they're spring related. I really was trying to find new stuff and not mention a lot of patterns that I've already mentioned, but I have to say that I love spring, so a lot of what I'm drawn to really makes me think of spring anyways. I'm a really big spring and fall girl, so usually most of the things I kind of get attracted to are either like inspiring me spring or fall. I try to include new patterns and not re-mention a lot of the patterns I mentioned for my 2026 plan video. And that's it. If you have some patterns that inspire you spring, I would really love to know what they are, because as I said, I really want to try to diversify the pattern designer I check to create, whether it's amigurumis or wearables or anything. I would be really curious as well to know if you have a favorite pattern from the ones I mentioned today. So that is it for the little 20 spring inspired patterns that I like. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel, and I wish you a very good weekend. See you next time!